night. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Dom. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I typically make bookish content, movie content, and anything else in between because I like to do whatever I want on this channel, and tonight's going to be a movie night. We are continuing my spooky watches of October with 1931's Dracula. Usually I do book to movie adaptations on this channel, but during the Halloween and Christmas season, I mix it up and just do whatever I want. Last week we did 1925's Phantom of the Opera, which is based on a book, but I had not read the book yet. But this week I actually have. I read Dracula when I was 19, so about 5 years ago. So for this movie, we are coincidentally going back to my book-to-movie adaptation brand, I guess, I have on this channel. My opinions on the book, I don't remember a lot of it. I do remember finding it kind of boring, which I know is blasphemous to say because it's a classic, it's Dracula, and it's also weird because, you know, usually as a book snob I do tend to like books better than their movies, but Dracula is just I feel like I say this a lot, but most of the time I do like the books better than the movies, but there are times where I like the movies better than the book, and Dracula is one of those rare instances because I've seen many adaptations of Dracula, you know, the most famous being the one with Winona Ryder. That's usually the one I fall back on, and I enjoyed that movie so much better than the book. I enjoyed Penny Dreadful's interpretation of Dracula better than this book. But I feel like I can't truly live my life without ever seeing the 1931 classic film adaptation, hence why we're here tonight. I'm very excited to watch this film considering it's a well-known classic, and I know other films branched off of this one. It created a whole series. The original Frankenstein did as well, or not original, but the 1931 or 2 Frankenstein did as well. Both these movies have sequels, and then there are movies where they come together and they're played by the same actor, so they're within the same universe. So essentially this movie plus the Frankenstein movie caused a whole franchise to pop off. But without further ado, let's jump into 1931's Dracula. I do want to warn any big movie fans too that might think this copy is off. I found a few copies and they all had different scores. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there and if there's types of this, because I know for Phantom of the Opera people were commenting, oh, there's this version, you watched this version, but there's actually several other versions. So I'm not really sure which version I'm watching. I don't know if it's the original score. So I went with this one because out of all the ones I found, this one had the best quality.
Are found crumbling castles of a...
Yeah, when I said this is the best quality I could find, I meant it. This is pretty bad, but some had worse quality, so I had to work with what I could.
The night of evil, Nosferatu. On this night, Madame.
Carriage. Count Dracula's.
Count Dracula's?
Yes.
You mustn't go there. We people of the mountains believe at the castle there are vampires. Dracula and his wives, they take the form of wolves and bats.
The one thing I just don't get about these stories, and that's for old classics, and modern day stories still do this too, the locals warn you not to do this shit, and people still do it. Y'all got bigger balls than I do, because the locals were don't do it, I am not doing it. I am going home.
If you must go, wear these for your mother's sake. It will protect you.
Stop. That's what you get for ignoring the locals.
The coach from Count Dracula?
It's unsettling. See, I'd run. This is why I can't be the main character of something, because I would run away, movie over. You don't have if I'm the main character, you wouldn't have a book or a movie with me.
I am Dracula.
What an icon. Isn't that what all the costumes nowadays are based off of too? Just they're based on his design.
Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.
That's what this is from. I've heard that quote before. I had no idea that was from this. And now I want to sing Music of the Night from Phantom, because we watched Phantom last week. I love when the movies I watch just connect in some way. Might have to reach a little, but they do.
The spider spinning his web for the unwary fly. The blood is the life, Mr. Renfield.
I love this man's voice.
So, more inviting.
Well, rather. It's quite different from outside.
I wouldn't call it inviting.
It's so cheerful.
I didn't know, but that
I wouldn't call it cheerful either.
Thanks. It looks very inviting. Ouch.
Ooh.
Oh, it's nothing serious. Just a small cut from that paper clip.
I feel like there should be a score. But I'm kind of liking it without a score because this is making it more tense.
Master, the sun is gone.
Oh god.
Goes aboard this here boat with your party.
Captain dead, tied to the wheel. Horrible tragedy, a horrible tragedy.
Master, we are here.
Sole survivor, a raving maniac. His craving to devour ants, flies, and other small living things to obtain their blood puzzles scientists. At present, he is under observation in Dr. Seward's sanitarium near London. Oh. Girl, run.
My daughter, Mina,
Count Dracula,
Miss Weston,
how do you do?
and
Oh, he's
Mr.
cute.
Harker. To die, to be really dead, that must be glorious.
Why, Count Dracula.
That's a conversation starter for sure. This is anxiety inducing.
On the throat of each victim, the same 2 marks.
Ooh.
Oh, Martin! Martin, don't throw my spider away from me! Oh, Martin.
You know, I'm thinking about it though. How was Dracula able to bite him when he had the crucifix on his person? Or, like, does it have to be shown to Dracula? Like, does Dracula actually have to see the crucifix to be affected by it? Because he had it hidden.
We are dealing with the undead.
Mas. Maralto.
Yes, Nosferatu. The undead. The vampires are pure myth, superstition. I may be able to bring you proof.
What if vampires actually were real, though? I mean, according to superstition, they hide themselves, so it's not like we would know. Those are the thoughts I had as a child, and I still have them now.
Now, Renfield.
Oh, Dr. Seward, send me away from this place.
Oh my god. Okay, there's a character in Penny Dreadful he's named after. I just got that. I thought he was made up for Penny Dreadful, but he is not. It just hit me. Oh my god. Like, even their hairstyle's the same.
But I hardly think there are wolves so near London.
He thinks they're wolves. He thinks they're talking to him. He owls and owls back at him. He's crazy.
The Renfield and Penny Dreadful is basically the same concept, too, because, like, he wasn't eating humans, but he would eat bugs and other animals. He was begging for his master the way he was begging for master in the beginning. Like, it's all making sense now. Watch Penny Dreadful on Netflix.
Her old love returns. The master wants me to know everything she said of him.
How we can make them stop? Ah! You know too much to live, Van Helsing. Now, Renfield.
Ooh. God, the lighting makes his eyes look so scary.
Please don't ask me to do that. Don't. Not her.
I like how his lips look bloody too. See, I remember like almost nothing from the book, so this is all new to me. For all I know, they could have made major changes and I wouldn't notice, but I'm confused. Like, what is Renfield crying about? Like, what's he gonna do to Mina? I mean, I have the idea of it, but it's also like I'm kind of... It's very anxiety-inducing.
It came closer and closer. I felt its breath on my face. And then its lips. Oh.
Dear.
No, please.
Yes.
Okay, that's... I don't even have words for how I feel about that. That poor girl.
How long have you had those little marks? Marks? Please.
I wish they would show us the marks.
What could have caused them, Professor?
Count Dracula.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the timing.
I think quite.
Ooh. I forgot that was part of the Legend of Vampires.
Dracula will excuse you. You must go.
The way this is done too, he's looking at the reflection through a cigarette box. That's so clever. I love that. If John never smoked, they never would have made that revelation.
Look.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they take the form of wolves, but generally of bats.
I didn't know they were like shapeshifters in general. I just thought they shapeshifted the bats.
Strength of the vampire is that people will not believe in him.
I'm saying vampires could be real in real life, but we think they're fake, so that's why they're thriving. Unbeknownst to us. He's there, the phantom
Professor,
of the
vampires only exist in ghost stories. It's a thing that lives after its death by drinking the blood of the living. It must have blood or it dies.
It hit me, I think I was rereading Twilight, but it hit me the reason vampires need to drink blood to survive is because they don't have blood in their own bodies. They don't produce blood themselves. Again, a revelation that took me way too long to realize.
Yes, I heard something. Enough.
His acting's so unsettling, and I mean that in the best way possible. Like, he's doing such a great job. And I could see where the guy from Penny Dreadful got inspiration from, because it's like, it's super similar.
Take her away from here. Take her away before.
Oh no.
No, don't look at me like that. I love you, John. He wills it.
Miss Mina, you must come indoors.
I feel like Phantom and Dracula kind of similar themes of some, is that the word I'm looking for? But it's where this, like, you know, this evil being is trying to steal the pretty woman away from her lover. Or maybe I'm saying that wrong, but this evil man trying to steal a woman despite the fact she already has a lover. That's how I should say that.
Miss Mina is to wear this wreath of wolfbane when she goes to bed. Watch her closely and see that she does not remove it in her sleep.
I understand, Professor.
And under no circumstances must these windows be open tonight.
Very well, sir.
What about garlic?
I know. But, Professor, all I want is to get Mina away from all of this.
That will do no good.
Old movies always have the best shadow effects.
I could see that there were thousands of rats with their eyes blazing red, like his, only smaller. And then he held up his hand, and they all stopped. All red blood. All these will I give you.
And protect those whom you would destroy.
You are too late.
Good man.
My blood now flows through her veins.
Oh, shit. He stopped.
Wolfbane. More effective than Wolfbane, Count.
Indeed.
So then to answer my question from earlier, I guess Count has to see the crucifix. Because if Van Helsing had it on him the whole time, my logic was that Dracula couldn't go near him, but he did. But until he showed it, that's when Dracula was like, no! So I guess that answers my question.
Mina, you're so... like a changed girl. Oh, you look wonderful.
I feel wonderful.
Would you like me to get your hat? Why? What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all.
Girl.
Come.
See, the nurse knows.
Mine has a big bag.
I will.
You will what?
Well, I didn't say anything.
Yes, you did. You said, I will. Your eyes.
God, I was gonna say the look on her face right now.
They look at me so strangely. Mina.
Mina, you're... No, Mina, no! Give me that! What's the idea? You've gone crazy! You're trying to do...
He saved your life!
Give me drink!
That scared me. What just happened?
What is it? Who is it, Martin?
It's that big grey bat again, sir.
What are you doing?
I didn't leave them here, Master. I didn't know. I swear.
I like the angle of that. I don't know why, but I like how we're seeing that from farther away.
Punish me, torture me, but let me live. I can't die with all those lives on my conscience. All that blood on my hands. Ah! Ah! Here, Harker. I have found them. Get me a piece of stone, anything, to help me drive the stake through their hearts.
Poor Mina.
He is not here. Then
I was gonna say, I wonder why we're seeing Dracula but not her.
Mina! Mina!
Oh, if you could have seen the look on his face.
There's nothing more to fear, Miss Mina. Dracula is dead forever. No, you must go.
But aren't you coming with us?
Not yet. Presently. Come, John.
Oh, it's a universal picture. Oh. So my camera battery died right after the movie ended, and I had it on the charger. I had plans to sit back down and record my final thoughts, and it wasn't until editing the video that I realized I never actually did that. So here I am with a voice recording. But some of my final thoughts of this movie is that I am very much glad I watched it. This movie is iconic. I see where so many pop culture references come from. Like, we all know someone who was a vampire back when we were in elementary school, and how that costume basically mimics the one that the actor in this movie wore. The accent he uses is iconic. I remember mimicking it all the time as a kid, pretending to be a vampire. So many people do. Nowadays, Dracula, what we know to be Dracula, he's just one of those things where, like, even without seeing the original source material, you just know the references. Like, we all know the costume and the voice. So I'm glad I finally got to see where that all came from. This movie did have sort of ambiance to it that I noticed. I want to call it slow pace, but I remember calling another movie with slow pace, and I liked what I thought was a slow pace. Then I had a comment telling me that it's not slow pace, so it's just normal for the time. So, as much as I want to say it's slow paced, it probably was what the 1930s was used to. But having said that, I think it just worked really well. It created a very spooky, creepy ambiance. Like, the audience knew to fear Dracula the moment he was on screen, which I thought was the perfect choice to make. And I think what else helped with that was the lack of music. Like I said in the beginning of the video, there's so many versions of this movie with all different types of scores. I don't know which one's the original. I don't know if I watched the original. Like, I don't know if it's not supposed to have a score. But personally, I think the lack of music actually helped create that spooky ambiance, which is what I was looking for when it came to this movie. But I just think the way they had it, when watching him move in slow pace with no strings or trumpets in the background or horns, it made time feel like it was slowing down to an eventual stop. And to me, that's what made this interpretation of Dracula as creepy as it was. Seeing as people today are still talking about this movie, it's clearly still iconic. Like I said in the beginning, it started a whole franchise of movies along with Frankenstein. I think the Wolfman comes up at one point. Movies I should probably watch on my own time because there's a ton I have not seen yet. But other than that, I don't really have much else to say. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Comment, subscribe, y'all know the drill. Also tune in next week for another spooky movie. Hopefully it comes out on time because we're busy over here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm gonna peace out and I'll see you guys later. Ciao a tutti.